much of what I found inside of the transcripts was leading us to places where there were gaps in equity. So some of those examples would be, imagine being a student who comes from, let's say, West Africa, and I speak a language fluently, but the system doesn't offer me that language, so I have to start a new language at the same time I'm trying to learn English. So at the time, our go-to was, well, would you like French or Spanish, or like which language would you like? Well, we also had in our back pocket a strategy called Language Other Than English exams. And there is a legal way in the state to give students credit at the UC admission level for their own language, as long as you go through the process of writing those exams, administering them legally, and if the kids pass at a certain level. So we started to say to ourselves in our recommendations, why aren't we treating language as a strength? These kids have a strength. English might not be their strength, but boy, they have a strength. They can speak a language. They spoke more languages than I could. I only speak English. These kids sometimes spoke Kizagua and English, and yet we weren't treating the knowledge of that language as a strength. And so we said, we're going to treat language as a strength. And we went ahead and we wrote LOTEs. We went from, I think it was 5 LOTEs or 7 LOTEs to about 23 or 25. So now, kids that need to learn English, which is not their primary language, we don't have to complicate their lives by saying, oh, well, our A to G requirements require that you have another language, but we don't offer yours, so you want to choose Spanish or French? Now we can say, hey, you speak Kizagua? We have somebody who can give you an exam, and if you test out at the UC level, that's good enough for us. And we count that as their world language.